On a mission, trying to find a way. With you and me, it's a guarantee. Spread a little aloha around the world. And I know we can work it out. Make this world a better place for you and me. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. Could you imagine all around the world a little aloha in every boy and girl? Now could you imagine how simple life could be with a little aloha in you and me? A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. Well, aloha means hello, and aloha means goodbye, and aloha means I love you, and I want to take you higher. Aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world.
Aloha. Aloha. We hope that you're spreading a little aloha all around the world, along with Unity Church of Hawaii, which we're so happy to have you here with us on this Memorial Day weekend. Thank you for being here. We ask now that you please stand as you are able, and let's choose heaven today.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. How about some love? I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. Let's do some peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing peace today. Let's sing some joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of joy right now, singing I'm choosing joy today. Some heaven again. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. Again. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. Last time. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing
Yes, indeed. We are all choosing heaven today because we all showed up right here, right now. Welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii, where ascended God, we elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. Unity is a spiritual, educational, metaphysical healing movement that is founded in prayer. Our founders, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, both had extraordinary healing experiences through the power of prayer. They discovered truth, and then they lived that truth as they knew it to be. And they never said that what they have learned is anything new. Is it the only way? What they did and continue to do is to inspire and invite us to discover truth for ourselves and then live that truth as we know it to be, bringing heaven to earth, and we live the abundant life. Bless you. Times two. So we are here to discover truth. And one of the really cool ways that us Unitics like to discover truth is by the use of affirmations. So I'd like to honor Uncle Charlie Fillmore by speaking one of his affirmations that he spoke in his 94th year. So if you will, please, repeat after me. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and leap forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. Take a breath into that, would you please? Sizzling with zeal and enthusiasm, leaping forth with a mighty faith and doing the things that you ought to do. I think that's the plan. It's coming to me right now that we all should leap forth with a mighty faith, or leap forth as you are able in a mighty faith, to stand and greet those all around you with love and aloha. Please greet your neighbors with love.
Now, don't sit down. We'd like to ask you to please remain standing as you are able. And let's say yes to God.
Yes, God, yes, to your will and to your way. Oh, yes, God, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, God, yes. God, I give you all my thanks for all you've given me. You have filled my life until I overflow. All I have is yours to use in any way you choose. You are Lord of all, so how can I say no? I say yes, God, yes, to your will and to your way. Oh, yes, God, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, God, yes. Yes, God, yes, to your will and to your way.
Woo! All right. Yes, God, yes. What a beautiful song. All right, and welcome on this beautiful Sunday to Unity Church of Hawaii. How are you feeling today? All right, everybody excited that this is a long weekend you get to enjoy with friends, with family, and remembering those loved ones that are no longer with us. And so that's what this weekend is about. And so as we celebrate here on Sunday, tomorrow is a day of remembrance, and just to keep that in mind. And as we were handshake, high-fiving, you might have met somebody for the first time or somebody that you remember from a long time ago. So if this is your first time here at Unity Church of Hawaii, or your first time in a long time, we invite you to rise, to stand, so we can give you gifts of aloha and blessings. Yeah, oh wow. Ushers, we have quite a few today. And so, friends, our ushers are bringing to you kukui nut leis, as well as a welcome packet. Now, the kukui nut lei represents the love, the light of these Aloha Islands. As well as the packet, there is some information about our community here, as well as a voucher for a free breakfast. But today, guess what is Aloha Sunday? So you automatically get a free breakfast today on us. So we invite you to come back at a later date to get your free breakfast during that time. So save your voucher for that return as well. And so we'd also like to offer you a blessing. So together, yes.
Ralph Pipple, we have wonderful guests from New Zealand visiting with us.
Oh, New Zealand. What? Oh, yeah.
What's his teacher, Ross Goldsboro? Claire and Jill, is it? I remembered.
Yes, well, welcome to Unity
from
Church
New Zealand,
of Hawaii
right here
from
in the
New
house.
Zealand. Thank you for joining us, traveling all that way to be with us here on this Sunday. We do feel your love as well. And so we want to offer you, all of you, a special blessing from our hearts to yours. Together, the light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much for joining us. You may be seated as well. And yay, we have people from all over the world joining us, not only here in person, but live stream as well. So let us give a shaka to those that are joining us from New Zealand afar, Australia, Atlanta, Chicago, Deutschland, Denmark. We have people from every corner, four corners of the globe, calling us their spiritual home, or their spiritual ohana. We feel your love. Thank you for connecting with us week to week, month to month, year to year. We feel your presence, and it is appreciated as well. And today I am joined on platform by the gorgeous, there you go, flip your hair back, Reverend Levitt, show it off. Reverend Levitt, and giving today's message is the beautiful and talented Reverend Margie Hyatt. So thank you both for saying yes to service. And Reverend Levitt, what is the good news?
Well, we got some good news. It's good to see that you're feeling better, dear.
I am.
Our healing power is working in and through Reverend Johanna. Hey. Everybody have a bulletin. This is a roadmap to all things Unity Church of Hawaii. Keep it handy. There'll be a quiz afterwards. Okay, today is Aloha Sunday, and as it was mentioned, breakfast is offered to everybody, and it is in celebration of Jody Thomas. So please go enjoy breakfast and celebrate Jody Thomas, if you will, please. This afternoon, right here in the chapel at 1 p.m., it's Town Hall. That's right, Town Hall, right here in the chapel at 1 p.m. Please come back so you can find out what's going on here at Unity Church of Hawaii from your Board of Trustees. You can be heard, and you can have all your questions answered and also get information. So please come back, 1 o'clock, right here in the chapel, 1 p.m., Town Hall. It will be live streamed. Sukio Maikari is down in the courtyard. If you've never had light given from Sukio Maikari, it's an extraordinary procedure. There are a group of people that give and receive light. So please go down after the service and sit and receive light. It's just a phenomenal experience. They've been with us for a long, long time. We have a couple C classes coming up, I believe. Is that next? Yes, look at this, self-care. How many people could use self-care? And if you're really telling the truth, raise both hands. Thank you very much. June Dillinger, licensed Unity teacher, will be teaching self-care on 5 Saturdays from June 22nd, the 29th, and July 6th, 13th, and the 12th, 10 to 12 p.m. upstairs. The garden room, is it still? Okay, and then June will be doing self-awareness, 5 Saturdays, June 22nd, 29, July 6th, 13, and 20, 1 to 3 in the garden room. So please, step up in your consciousness of all things spiritual by taking some C classes. They're awesome. They're extraordinary, and I highly recommend you take them. And also, really quickly, we got something else. My beloved wife, she loves me a lot. Oh, that's right. And we want to give Joanne Adams a dedicated thank you. And this is a message from the board and the board president of our trustees. The board of trustees and church wish to thank Joanne Adams for her service on the board. Her desire for more personal time leaves an opening on the board. If you've ever wanted to be on the board but weren't sure you could serve for 3 years, this is your opportunity to serve for 9 months. Pursuant to current bylaws, the position will be filled at the annual meeting in March 20. Hang on. Let me get this straight. This is going to be the position will run until the bylaws, and then the new one will come. Okay, you got that clear? You didn't get that clear. How come I did and you all didn't? No, her current term runs until the next annual meeting. So this position that you're filling right now, if you wanted to, would be until the next annual meeting. So that's why the 9-month thing. You're not going to give birth to an offspring or anything. It's 9 months to continue this her particular remaining term. Boy, I have jumped into the deep end of the mud with that. And that position will be open at the next annual meeting. All right, then. I should read this before I articulate it in English. If you're interested, please pick up an application packet in the office and turn it in before June 3rd, 2019. This will be an exciting time as we move toward a mission-centric church using the skills UWM and Gregory brought and heightened with Rev. Denise. So please, if you're interested in serving, I've served on the board of this church for many times. It's an enlightening and a spiritually growing experience. So if you're led to do that, please do that. And the 9-month time is a pretty good time to get an idea of whether you want to go on and do it again. So the 9-month thing will happen, so please think about that. And I think there's a couple other things really quickly. Sean is saying that if you want to be a camera operator, there's some trainings after this service and after the 11 o'clock service. So if you want to go be behind the camera, she's Sean in the back, okay? And I'm exhausted already. Huh? Okay, we can do that. So if you will, is Joanne here? Well, she kind of lives over that way, so if you will, just raise your hands in love and honor, and we will bless Joanne for her dedicated service on the board. Please repeat after me. Joanne. We love you. We bless you. We behold the Christ in you. And we thank God for you. Thank you, Joanne. Rolling with it. And with all of that, let us take a breath and settle in for a time of prayer by singing We Are One.
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me. We are one, and in this unity we will live in harmony, and peace will come, 'cause we are one.
Yes, indeed. It's time now for the reading from today's Daily Word. Daily Word is a publication of Silent Unity. If you'd like a copy, they're available down in Connection Central. The Daily Word for Sunday, March 26th, 2019 is In the Silence. The affirmation today is, in the silence I find peace. In the silence I find self. Let's speak this affirmation together. In the silence, I find peace. In the silence, I find self. And the message continues. Rather than allow my mind to be easily swayed by outer circumstances, I look beyond appearances to the truth of my being. I do this by turning within to a place of peace, the silence. As the words in Christian healing remind readers, to realize God, we must quiet our outer thoughts and enter into the stillness, peace, and harmony of spirit. When I turn within to pray, any negative or limiting thoughts dissipate. Here in the silence, I am one with Spirit. In this conscious awareness of my higher power, I recognize my spiritual attributes that are mine through divine grace. Here, I find the strength I seek, the love that sustains me, and the peace to soothe my soul. As I move back into my day, I take these elements with me. I am renewed in mind and heart. Today's Bible verse is from Deuteronomy 27:9. Keep silence and hear, O Israel. In the silence, I find peace. In the silence, I find self. The reading is finished. Now I'd like to invite you now to settle in for meditation by closing your outer eyes if you desire, or dimming your gaze, putting aside anything you might have brought with you, physical items, and also put aside any concerns for this day. Put them aside as well. And let's breathe. For it is the breath that takes us home to where we, God and love, are one. And home is always, always a breath away. The silence. In the silence. In the silence there is peace and comfort. In the silence there is strength. Silence is our natural state of being. Silence is precious. And when things on the outer become chaotic or challenging, we can stop and breathe and go home. And know that our path is made clear, crystal clear. We are guided in the silence. We listen in the silence. We are in the silence. Wherever we are, the silence is as well. And knowing your place of refuge, let us take a moment or two and go to that place of stillness and silence. And now with a gentle breath, let us return our attention back to this time and place. Overflowing with appreciation, knowing that the silence at home is always, always a breath away. And we give thanks. Thank you, God. And so it is.
Our Father, which art in heaven,
Our Father,
hallowed be thy name.
be thy name.
Our Father, which art in heaven,
Our Father,
our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and leave us not in temptation, but deliver us, deliver us, deliver us, deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever, amen. Forever, amen. For thine is the kingdom, thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever, amen. Forever, amen. For thine is the kingdom, thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever, amen. Forever, amen. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Oh, and oh, and oh, and amen, amen. Oh, and oh, and amen, amen. Oh, and oh, and amen.
Aloha mai Kao'o. I'm so honored to be here this morning to share in this beautiful time and space with you. I've been asked by Dan to come and sing some Mele Hawaii this morning. And I've chosen songs composed for my beautiful island home of Oahu. And Dan said to choose songs about the water, about the vai. And so this first song composed by Kao'o is a song entitled Kawai Leleo Nu'uanu, and speaks of the waterfalls, the water of Nu'uanu, and how it is ever flowing, it never stops. Mahi ai ke kumu. Kahe mau no ia ila ila ina pali I ke kawai lele on
That's a way to start a Sunday morning. Thank you, Star and Margie Hyatt and the Unity Band. I delight in Aloha Sundays. Are you glad you're here? It's like winning the monthly jackpot. We're going to look at a proverb this morning from that wonderful, rich resource compiled by Mary Kavena Pukui, Olelo no Eau. And the proverb, Ho'omoi vai Kahi ke Kao'o. Right? No. Did you? You're with me, right? You got it. Yeah, of course you do. You're right there. Let all travel together like water flowing in one direction. This proverb brings to mind for me the experience of canoeing. When everybody in the canoe works together in unison, you flow. And that canoe trip is a delight. Now, I have years of experience in paddling. Just none of it here in Hawaii, none of it in an outrigger. This is what my paddling experience looked like when I was in Washington State. This is Lake Chelan in the north central part of the state, which is my home territory. And I paddled there for decades. My husband and I paddled at sunrise. We paddled in moonlight and starlight. We paddled beyond where the roads end, and the only access was by boat to remote little campgrounds and picnic spots. We even took the cat in the canoe with us. We had a cat at our lake cabin, and he used to cry when we paddled away from the dock. And so one day we went back and collected him, and then you should have heard the fuss he made when he was in the canoe, when he got what he wanted. Oh my, cat on water, not real sure. I have had one experience in an outrigger. Not long after I moved here, I had the opportunity to participate in a scattering of ashes, just down here at Tongs Beach, from a former congregant whose father still lived here and had passed away. And this gentleman came home to send his father off in the traditional way. And there was space for me to go in the canoe, and so I happily embarked on my first outrigger experience. And the gentleman managing the boat, I'm sure there's a title for that, asked me if I had paddling experience. I said, oh yes, I am real good at lake paddling. Now, you notice the water. I'm a fair weather sailor and a fair weather paddler. And this gentleman said, oh, great, then pick up a paddle and you can just participate with us. Don't worry, I'll tell you what needs to happen when it needs to happen. So we went out to the surf break and we did the scattering, and then we brought people back into the shore so they could disembark, and then we took the canoes back to the outrigger club where they had been rented from. And we were just going to enjoy the little excursion back out into the surf so we could ride the waves coming, and nobody told me what this experience would be like. If you have not paddled in an outrigger, the idea is kind of like surfing, it looks to me. You paddle like your life depends on it to catch that wave so you can float on the surf in that canoe. My lake paddling